How's it going, guys? We are back in this field because when I first got this camera, this is the first place I took it. That's a nice view for this segment. As of today, which is the 24th of May, I am officially moving on. So this isn't an overnight decision. I've been thinking about this since about last October. The system wasn't really working for me back then. Ended up putting it off till about February of this year. And it was at that point that I finally decided I might want to start looking for something else. Do you know, I haven't been here in so long. Do you know, a couple of weeks ago, there weren't any leaves on the trees. Spring really is amazing. There is sheep absolutely everywhere in this field. Gotta say, credit where credit's due, in my time with this GH5, I've really enjoyed using it. I've shot some of my favorite videos I've ever made, traveled to different places with it. It's generally been a solid camera. So why am I getting rid of it? And what camera am I replacing it with? Well, the latter of those we're not going to be talking about in this video. In fact, try to guess which camera I'm switching to. After this 10 months of using this camera, I've got to say, this is a sorely underrated camera, fantastic for video. But in terms of creating videos, there are a couple of pretty big problems with it that aren't really that useful for my workflow. So oddly, first of all, the lack of an inbuilt log profile really wasn't one of my issues. As some of you may know, I actually shoot in an 8-bit codec, so I personally don't like to shoot log. That said, the inconsistency with the outer camera colors really slows me down in post. If I get this wrong in camera, it can take ages to fix in post. My usual color grading tools won't work, skin tones and shadows may be all over the place, and that can really slow me down. In fact, sometimes I need to re-record, and that can really slow me down. Now, often this is user error, but having a really consistent color look is something that's really important to me. Another key problem I've had with this camera is unfortunately the autofocus. I bought this camera after I think 4 months on Canon and then a bonus 4 months on Sony. But seeing as I'd used the Panasonic G7 for 2.5 years, which also doesn't have very good autofocus, I thought there'd be no problem. I forgot to account the fact that 1, my video style has changed, and 2, I now make 2 videos a week instead of 2 a month. So autofocus was actually a bigger deal than I thought. And while it has certainly got better on the G7, the pulsing is still incredibly difficult to deal with, and so if I want to get those rack focusy shots of someone holding a phone, I generally need another person, whereas if I was dealing with autofocus, I'd be able to get those kind of shots on my own. Alright, so that's my exercise for the day. Time to head home. Definitely gonna come walking here again soon. Alright, we're back. So, after shooting loads of videos with this camera, really putting it through its paces, and experiencing the issues I've had with creating content, I did decide that it was finally time to look for something else. Something that will hopefully help me overcome these issues I've said. Another thing I'm interested to see is how this is going to change my approach to making videos. Am I going to upload more frequency? Am I going to do my color grading differently? I think this will be interesting to see how this affects my production, and hopefully I can be more efficient and therefore make more videos. A big part of online video creation is removing friction where possible. And honestly, in terms of making videos easier to make, especially in a short amount of time as a solo shooter, I do think there are better options out there. So, can it produce phenomenal looking videos? Yeah, I think pretty much any camera you buy nowadays can get really good looking video. However, I think there's different characteristics depending on which camera you buy. Therefore, I also think that you can get a really interesting look by choosing the right camera. So yeah, overall, I have enjoyed my time with this GH5, but I am looking forward to trying something else. I think the last cinematic sequence we should shoot on this camera should be similar to the first, or one of the first. Let's go make some coffee. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I actually already have a video ready for Thursday, but the next video I fully shoot will be on the new system. As for now, as always, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you want to see more content like this, and smash that subscribe button. I'm done for now, and I will see you guys in the next one.